Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to take a look at a very big, probably very expensive, and honestly kind of weird Pokemon TCG product. It is the Tyranitar V and Lucario V Heavy Hitters Premium Collection. Now, weirdly enough, this is one of those products that was actually revealed by Pokemon themselves. And we don't get this very often, at all. Generally speaking, these products are revealed in online listings or things of that nature. Generally, we hear about these a little bit early. This is a product that took us completely by surprise and is one that we just weren't expecting. The question is it any good, and is it actually worth having? And the answer is maybe not. But then again, maybe. I know. Check out the precision in that. So, what we basically get here is it's all based around Lucario and Tyranitar, but I do think it's worth pointing out there's no exclusive promos in this box. Nothing in this box is actually new or exclusive, other than, because there is one exception here, there is a Jumbo Lucario V, and as far as I am aware, and if I'm missing something, as always, please do let me know in the comment section, I don't think we've had a Jumbo Lucario V released yet. So there is that. Outside of that, we've got Lucario V and we've got Tyranitar V, and they are the ones that came around in Fusion Strike, which means they are the ones from the family set over in Japan. And the problem is that the family set over in Japan was very much designed to be a learn-to-play thing. This was designed to be something that you could, well, it's their equivalent of our Battle Academy. The thing is, as much as they get a bunch of exclusive promo, and they do, incidentally, you know, a lot of the Pokemon V, etc. that come in these packs over in Japan are actually new, and you can't get anywhere else, which on the one hand is cool from a collector standpoint, but from a player standpoint, these are clearly designed to be simple cards. And you'll notice that the Tyranitar V is free energy 80, 4 energy 150, and the Lucario V is free energy 120. Both of those cards are very much vanilla cards that don't have anything else going on. And I hate to break it to you, but both of these cards are, well, to put it bluntly, they're not good cards. And there's not really much of a redeeming feature here, because both of them have other Pokemon Vs which are better. So we do have the Tyranitar V that came around in Battle Styles, and there's actually 4 separate artworks of this if you're interested, including the amazing Hyaganosuke alternate art, or special art, call it what you will. As a side note, I need to get this card is absolutely amazing, but that's the one that's a single strike and free energy, 60 damage, discard the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck, or 4 energy, 240, discard the top 4 cards of your deck. So either you do a little bit of damage while you try and mill them, or you do a lot of damage, but the downside is you have to mill yourself. And it's a single strike card, so you get all of the advantages of being able to use something like a Houndoom to accelerate energy, or single strike energy which can be accelerated with Houndoom that does extra damage, etc. It's a good card. It's not seen a huge amount of play. It was one of those ones people played around with for a while, and that's fine. But the point is, there is at least a lot of potential here, whereas the new Tyranitar, I mean, sure, you can use Dark Patch to accelerate energy, but if you hit free Dark Patch, you can hit not enough to KO Pokemon V. That's not good, ladies and gentlemen. That's not good. I suppose there is a situation here where if we use double Turbo Energy, because that's the only double one that will work with Pokemon V, and a Dark Patch, you can have a turn 160 and KO weaker evolving Pokemon, but that's literally where we are here. I'm sorry, I don't like it. As for the Lucario, this one's even weirder, because we've had like a billion different Lucario V at this stage. I am, of course, exaggerating massively. We haven't had a billion different Lucario V, But we have legitimately had 3 different Lucario V. We had the one that initially came around in Champion's Path, which for a single energy does 40 to the active, 20 to the bench, which is pretty good. Or free energy, 180 is not bad against Pokemon V and hits a very good weakness. Or we've got the one that literally just came around in Astral Radiance in the most recent set. 2 energy, 50 damage, discard a special energy, or free energy, 120. I mean, honestly, the one from Champion's Path, I legitimately like. I actually think it's a good card. I think the single energy, 40 to the active, 20 to the bench is pretty good. And I think if you start playing around with Choice Belt here, you can legitimately start getting KOs on Pokemon V. You're hitting a really good weakness against stuff like Arceus. So I actually like this. Like, genuinely really like this. And it did see a bunch of play in Japan, at least initially. But that's it. I don't like this one that's coming here. So essentially, you're getting the worst out of 2 Tyranitar V and the worst out of 3 Lucario V, and that's not ideal. Now, we do also have some regular cards here. We've got the Lucario that came around in Brilliant Stars, and we've got the Tyranitar that came around in Darkness Ablaze. It is worth pointing out at this stage that Darkness Ablaze is going to be rotating near the beginning of next year. So this card will be rotating out moderately quickly. The good news is you're unlikely to actually be playing it, so I wouldn't worry your pretty little head about it. Now, there is a chance that these come through with a different holo pattern. We know they're not alternate art, we know they're not promo numbered, etc. We can see that on the image. But there is a chance that these come through with a different holo pattern, which would then kind of make them exclusive cards. And that would be good. That would give us something. That's kind of the hope at this stage. And it's not a great hope, but that is about the best we can expect at this stage. That these come through with a different holo pattern. Something like that would be great. Because honestly, at that stage we would have a jumbo promo that's not found anywhere else, and a couple of different holo patterns, and at least at that stage, we've got a couple of cards that it's worth buying it for. If this is just as it looks on the face of it, what we're talking about is a couple of holos, a couple of bad Pokemon V, and 14 packs, and we don't have a price yet, but it's not gonna be cheap because it's got 14 booster packs in. Now, I should say it releases on September the 1st, 2022. It's going to be on the Pokemon Center, but it's also going to be sold wherever Pokemon TCG products are sold. Now, to take a look at the Lucario quickly, I actually really like this because you can put 2 damage counters on it, search for a fighting energy and attach it, and then you deal 10 damage, discarding all fighting energy from Lucario, dealing 60 more for each discarded in this way. So you should be doing an easy 130 and potentially getting up to 190 without too much difficulty. So I do think there is potential here for this Lucario. I quite like it. The Tyranitar, I mean, look, you can deal 250, but it costs 4 energy and you've got to discard the top 5 cards of your deck. With a choice belt, this will actually get a one-hit KO on Pokemon V-Star. But again, it costs 4 energy on a stage 2 and you have to discard the top 5 cards of your deck. Let's not pretend we're going to be able to get this working. So that's what essentially we're left with. Oh, and I should say there are coins here of both Tyranitar and Lucario. So if you are one of those coin collectors, yeah. Because there's also coins of Raikou and Alolan Ninetales here. So there are a bunch of coins. 4 coins, 4 promos, jumbo promo, 14 packs. Although again, if we look at the pack selection, this isn't great either. We got a bunch of Brilliant Stars, we got a bunch of Astral Radiance, we got a bunch of Fusion Strike, and then there's 2 Darkness Ablaze hanging around near the back. They're not the ones we want. Now don't get me wrong, Brilliant Stars and Astral Radiance, they are the 2 most recent sets, so that's lovely, but they just go and skip over Evolving Skies. And let's make no bones about it, right? That's what we want. Right now, the way we are in the Pokemon TCG, Evolving Skies is the best set out there. That is the one that we want. So what we end up with is not even a particularly great pack selection because, you know, we've got the 3 most recent sets, which I do appreciate, but then we just skip back and go to Darkness Ablaze, when all we really want is Evolving Skies. And, it's just... There are ways that this product could have been amazing, and I don't think we've hit them. Alternate artwork would be brilliant here. But really, what we've got is a repack. We've got lots of Darkness Ablaze, Fusion Strike, and the new sets. Let's just get rid of a bunch of these packs in this product and throw out some cards that we can reprint nice and easily. And then theme it after a couple of fairly popular Pokemon. And you know what? If you see this for a decent price, by all means go ahead. But I think this is one of those where we're hoping for a Black Friday deal. At which point, this becomes awesome. But I think that's what we're looking for. So, a little while ago, we had the Small and Mighty Premium Collection, which had a bunch of packs and did actually have an exclusive promo. That went on to Black Friday sales pretty quickly. And that was clearly, new promo, and the pin was beautiful. Bunch of packs to get rid of. That seems like we've got here. If this ends up as a Black Friday deal, and this looks like the kind of product which is absolutely ripe for a Black Friday deal, then this is one I would highly recommend picking up. Because the cards are cool and it comes with a whole bunch of packs. The Jirachi Gx Collection, again, was, it had the Jirachi full art, and then it just had a whole bunch of, a couple of other promos and a whole bunch of packs. This seems like the kind of product they make when they've got packs left over and they need to get rid of them, so they make a product like this. Those products I've just mentioned, and the lovely Primal Lugia over at Poké Guardian pointed out this exact same thing as well. Those products ended up going on Black Friday sales fairly quickly. If that happens here, this is a monster of a product I recommend very highly. Outside of that, there's nothing exclusive other than the Jumbo, and it's not going to be terribly cheap on release. You have been warned. But now I want to hear from you guys. Do you agree with me? Are you going to be picking this up? Are you waiting for a Black Friday sale? Tell me what you think about it. Go nuts in the comment section. But be nice, would ya? And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about a whole bunch of, Pokemon stuff and card game stuff and things of that nature. And do please consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, like the lovely It's a Coaster has gone and done. Over on Patreon, you can get yourself pretty much weekly bonus pods where I answer all of your questions. You can join in on the Discord we've got there. Come and have a chat. It's a lovely place to be. And patrons like the lovely It's a Coaster get shouted out for being lovely people, because they are lovely people. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.